Hello, welcome to Youth Camp. Today I want to talk to you about now is the time. You know, one of the things that I hear the most often in talking with young people about serving God is how they always feel like they have plenty of time. They always feel like they can serve God when they're older, or they can serve God when they grow up. I hear that one a lot. And it concerns me when I hear a young person talk like that, because I don't think they fully understand how dangerous that kind of thinking really is. I don't think that they understand that we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised another breath. So today I want to dig into that topic just a little bit, and if that applies to you, well, then maybe this will help you. I sure hope so. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 2 says, "For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation." Now that didn't say tomorrow was the day of salvation. And it didn't say when I'm grown up or when I'm older is the day of salvation. And it definitely didn't say when I'm done doing all of the things that I want to do, I'll give God what's left, it will be the day of salvation. It definitely didn't say that. It says now is the day of salvation. Now. Right now. You know, what if the flight you were about to get on was going to crash and you knew it? Would you get on it? Or what if you knew when you went to town tomorrow that your car was going to crash? Would you go? What if the boat you were about to get on was going to sink? Would you go? Probably if you knew it, you wouldn't. My coworker recently, actually just this week, went on a fishing trip, him and his brother and one of his buddies, and they were about 80 miles out in the ocean, and they were fishing at night, and a storm came, an unexpected storm came. So the waves went from, nothing to about 15 feet, and in no time flat, their boat was flipped over. And here they are in the water, tied together with their life vests and radioing for a Coast Guard rescue. Now, all three of those have young children. And I imagine if they knew that was going to happen before they went, they wouldn't have gone. Thankfully, they're all okay, and I praise God for that. But if they had known, surely they wouldn't have gone on the boat, right? You wouldn't think so. Well, guess what? We do know the rapture is coming. We do know that the end is going to happen. So why would we not be prepared? If the rapture happens and we're not prepared, what are you going to do? That could be any moment. Absolutely any moment. There is not a set time of day. There is not a set day of the week. There is not a set time of the year that it could happen. It could happen at any given moment. And I say given because God give us the moment and we're not promised another one. James chapter 4 verse, 13 says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain." Verse 14 says, "Whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away." Vanisheth away. And then it's gone. We're not promised tomorrow. God doesn't give us the guarantee that we're going to make it until we get old and then decide to serve Him. He says, now is the time. Now is the day. What are you waiting for? I teach young people every week in children's church, and I love to watch how they grasp the concept of how important it is not to wait. I love how they are so eager and hungry for God right now. You know, everything to a little kid is right now anyway, so that part might be easier for them. But the Bible does tell us that we should come to God as a child. So I think that might be something we can learn from some of those young children, is that how everything is always right now, we should be hungry enough for God, or our desire should be enough for God that we want to serve Him right now as well. We talked a little bit earlier about if you knew that tomorrow was the end, what would you do? Would you want to go to bed tonight not knowing where you'd end up tomorrow? Without salvation, I sure wouldn't want to. We do know the rapture is coming. We can see the signs that Jesus told the disciples about happening all around us. So we may not know exactly when the rapture is going to happen, but we know it's going to. So knowing that it's going to happen at any minute, why would you let another minute go by where you weren't sure where you were going to end up? I would never want to live not knowing where I was going, if you get what I mean. I don't ever want to have the fear or that realization that if Jesus was to come right now, I'd go to hell. I never want to have that again. And with salvation, I never have to feel that way again. So what would you do if you knew tomorrow was the end? Or right now? It could be any minute. It could be now. It could be